Good enough. So there is a card in Magic the Gathering from way back in the day called Mind Blast, or no, Mind Bomb, where it's a blue card, and blue usually never has direct damage, or at least it didn't back in the day. I don't know how it is now, but it was 1 mana and you do 3 damage to yourself and your opponent. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Doing damage to your opponent, but there's a trade-off. It's fun. So this Hearthstone deck is inspired by Mind Bomb from Magic the Gathering. It's also another face deck, which is great. This is a pretty good starting hand. I will actually throw back a Leper Gnome because I'm gonna Leper Gnome, then coin Deathlord, and then Veln's Chosen. And there's a lot of things you can do. Like Deathlord, an early Deathlord is really big for this deck. What's up? But there's also, I'm also running 2 Inner Fires in the deck, as you can see as well. So if you can get an Inner Fire early on, Deathlord will just like rock people's faces. So we'll see how it goes. I've had a pretty good win rate with this so far. It's a face deck, but it's got it seems initially to have a surprising amount of reach, which is what really makes me curious. I'm really surprised the construction isn't coming through on the microphone because it's really loud for me. But anyway, because you've got Mind Blast, you've got the, what's he called? Spawn of Shadows. A lot of crazy stuff. So basically I'm just gonna hammer the priest until it's dead. That's the idea. That's the plan. My day's going pretty well. I don't have a lot of time to stream today, but we'll see how it goes. So, let's see. So I run Shadow Bomber, of course, as well. Good. Let's see. What can I do here? Yeah. This seems reasonable. I'm running 2 silences in this deck as well, because it's a fast, effective way to just get through and do damage. Like, look at this, 4 mana in when we've already done 13 damage. Which is, I've had turns where I'm like doing 7 damage on turn 2. Oh wow, I didn't even get the taunt.
Not quite what was planned.
This guy's gonna suffer now. Oh boy. Do I just win? 6 plus 5, 11 plus 6. Yeah, I just win. Well played. Look at that. That was a turn 5 win. This deck is a little bit scary. I'm scaring myself with this deck. Suicide Priest. So there you go. Let's try it again. But the idea is you want to get an early Deathlord, you want to buff it up, and you want to use that to allow your little stuff that should normally die quickly to get in and do more damage than it really should. Same guy? So many priests, but they're all dragon priests. And so if you can do that, a lot of times you can close with stuff like Arcane Golem and Silence to get rid of their taunts. Holy Fire has a lot of reach. Obviously Mind Blast has a lot of reach. You have Smite, which is like, meh. As far as this game goes, I don't really want this kind of stuff. I don't really want Arcane Golem either. I want to keep like direct damage for something I will draw into late game. I want to have minions early, because that's when they're least likely to be able to stop it with taunting. And then I want to draw into the direct damage late game. So, hey, what's up, Josh? I will accept your Steam friend request. I didn't see it yet. I'm gonna do it right now. Do I even have Steam on? Hold on. Friends list. Oh, there we go. I accepted. Alright. There you go, dude. Sir Wrath is an old college friend of mine. This is a pretty bad start. And I mean, like any face deck, you have your bad hands. And if you don't draw well, just like any face deck, you generally lose. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Good. So this is probably going to be a minimum 6 damage Leper Gnome, which for 1 mana is pretty good. wow, what is this? It's not something I expected. But anyway, you play this guy in turn 6. It's he's a good closer. Leroy, obviously. It really doesn't even matter that much when you play Leroy. This is such a slow hand, though. This is not a good hand. I'm a little bit suspicious. I don't know. I'll just do damage to face. I'm just trying to think of turns where I can fit in the smite later. I'm tempted to smite now. Smite's not as good against priests and like warrior and stuff, obviously, because it kind of gets cancelled out by their hero power, and you don't want to use a card like that. But you do want to think ahead and like where I'm going to fit this in my future turns, because theoretically, I don't really want to play this guy in turn 4. I don't really have much of a turn 4 play, so I'm going to save it. Alright. That's alright. Bloodthirsty Priest, guys. Yeah, Akanai Soul Priest is too slow. And it's too unreliable to count on drawing Soul Priest and Flash Shield, I think. I'm not gonna outrule it yet. Like, right now the Deathlord Inner Fire thing is working really well, or the Deathlord Velen's Chosen thing is working really well. But I still am kind of on the fence about it. So that was a really good draw for us, actually. So now I have a solid turn 5 with Leroy. Because it doesn't matter if I give him 2 dudes. Like, who cares? I've got a big Deathlord. Like, whatever. So turn 5, Leroy. Turn 6 is going to be Spawn of Shadows, Hero Power. Turn 7 will be Dr. Boom. So that means I'm going to play my Holy Smite now. Which seems a little bit weird, but it's what you have to consider. And I also have plus spell power because of the Deathlord, too. I didn't even think of that, so it's a good amount of damage. So he can probably kill my Deathlord this turn, maybe. No, looks like he can't. And because he can't kill my Deathlord, he might be in a bit of trouble. Let's see, so 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 4. There's a fairly good chance I'm going to kill him next turn with Spawn of Shadows. And so I'm actually going to let him kill this, because, let's see, he's probably running Sludge Belchers. So do I want to silence this? Nah, I don't. It's much less likely that he gets a Sludge Belcher out of this than he plays one from his hand. If he does that, then I have silence. And actually, I don't even need silence. If he plays a Sludge Belcher, I just win because he can't heal. Holy Nova. That's kind of annoying. Oh no, it's not, because I have Leper Gnome. Alright, so I win. Well played.
Well played.
GG. Because next turn I go Spawn of Shadows, Hero Power. So, there you go. 2 in a row. This deck seems pretty decent. Lotheb's Battlecry obviously doesn't activate. The light shall burn you. Actually, it's not the light.
Are you afraid?
Boom. He's been inspired to death. There you go. 2 in a row. I got a win streak with this deck now. It's kind of scary. I think this deck